Good evening, everybody. Welcome to a Geek Speak. Tonight we have John O'Hurley for a quick chat. We're going to talk about Childhelp, Ultimate Goal, and Ultimate Golf. Excuse me. Yes, and his role in that. We'll be right back after a quick intro. You're tuning in to Geek Speak, a Geek Insider production. We're sitting with special guests in entertainment, news, and tech. So sit back and enjoy as we geek out together right now. Welcome, everybody. Wherever it is that you are tuning in from, make sure that you hit the subscribe button because we are simulcasting to Geek Insider as well as Indie Volt and RAGIN AVC. Let me drop the card here so we can say hello to John O'Hurley. Peterson.
How are you? Yes, Peterman is in the house.
welcome.
You can't mistake that voice either. You know, it was like 2 years ago on Thanksgiving. Someone turned off the football game and turned on the dog show, and I went, "Wait a minute, I know that voice." But I'd never watched it before, so I didn't know it was you. But welcome to the show, John.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good to be here for such a good reason as well.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And that's what we want to talk about. Tell everybody what Childhelp is and what you guys got going on this next week, because it's right around the corner.
Well, Childhelp is just quite fundamentally one of the most important organizations in our country. And they are the largest child welfare group that there is preventing child abuse across the country. The numbers relating to child abuse are absolutely staggering. We are the most civilized country in the world, and yet every year, there are enough child abuse cases to fill 10 football stadiums. That's 1 million cases a year. The numbers are just absolutely atrocious. And unfortunately...
Oh, did we lose his audio?
Yeah.
I think we lost your audio, John.
Can you hear me now?
We can.
All right, I'm going to take my earbuds out. If you can hear me, then that's all you need.
But can you hear us?
Of course I can.
Awesome.
As I was talking about child abuse, over 1 million cases a year, and yet we are the most civilized country in the world. The numbers are, during the pandemic, got even worse because there was no way of knowing because the abused and the abusers were locked down together. They didn't go to school, so there's no way for the teachers to intercede in cases of suspected child abuse, which is sometimes, most of the times, where it happens. So we will never know how bad child abuse got during this past year and a half. Additionally, it's been impossible for them and any charity to raise money during the pandemic because nobody could gather. So we put our heads together and came up with what I believe is maybe one of the most innovative ways to raise money. And that's going to be using a sports application. In this case, it's Ultimate Golf. Easy thing for everybody to play, to have fun with, and use them as our fundraising template. And what I mean by that is if you go on between August 2nd and August 8th, if you download the Childhelp package there, for as little as $5, you'll get a golf ball, the Childhelp golf ball that will go 20% further. So you're in Tiger Woods kind of area. Which is who wouldn't want that? And that money goes to Childhelp. There'll be other upgrades you can do as well if you want to, or you can make a straight donation if you like. But at any rate, you get to play the game against all of my celebrity friends that have all said, "Hey, John, we're going to help you out." Alice Cooper, Guy Fieri, golfer Annika Sorenstam, the best female golfer in the world, Peter Jacobson, another professional golfer, Joe Theismann, quarterback, Steve Young, another quarterback, Larry the Cable Guy is going to be there, Patrick Warburton Putty from Seinfeld, Rob Riggle. There's a whole slew of celebrities that are joining on to play, and you can match against their scores and, of course, win wonderful online prizes as well.
Very cool. And how long? Go ahead, Meredith.
I was going to ask you, like, how did you become involved with this, with Childhelp and emceeing and co-hosting this?
Well, I've been their celebrity ambassador for more than 10 years. And it's an organization that I fell in love with the instant that I went there. Those, the two women that started Childhelp back in the 1950s have saved more than 10 million kids. The story is absolutely extraordinary. But every year the numbers just keep coming back and back and back, and we just don't seem to be making, sadly, don't seem to be making much progress. The numbers just keep getting worse every year.
Now, when the golf tournament is going on, is there going to be any recording of the celebrities game, or does it just kind of?
Oh yes, they'll be playing along. I'll be doing interviews with them. Then we'll send them off to play. I'll be narrating their game while they're playing. It should be a lot of fun. It's just meant to be a lot of pure fun, and you don't have to be a great golfer to be really good at ultimate golf.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah, I actually play a similar golf game, and it's funny. I was on another app today, and an advertisement came up for Ultimate Golf, and I almost downloaded it at that point, not even putting the two together. I probably had it in the back of my head because of when Meredith.
It's a wonderful app, and you get to play. Not only do you get to play a fun round of golf on wonderful graphics. I mean, the graphics setup there are second to none, and you get to play the best holes in golf. Everything is a replica of the great holes of golf all around the world.
Very cool.
Okay. Okay. Now I saw something here about availability, and the first thing that came up was that it was only available through the Apple iStore for iPhones and Apple products. Is that also available for Android? Are you aware?
I believe that it's Apple that is going to be doing it because they are a sponsor, and so and they stepped up to do this. So instead of there being 100,000 people that are acclimated to the game, we're dealing with an audience of 100 million. So it's going to be a big step up in in our exposure all around, and this will be not just domestically. This will be globally.
Oh wow.
And again, folks, y'all can go to the website, childhelp.org, right?
That's correct. Yeah. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the wonderful work that these two ladies do, they have been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 9 times.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm at the website right now, founded in 1959 by Sarah O'Meara and Yvonne Feddersen. So
they were the two love interests on an old television show called Ozzie and Harriet, and they were doing a USO show when they came upon a group of 10 kids. The oldest was 10, the youngest was a newborn, and these were kids that were left behind by the American servicemen that left Korea and had children with people on the ground there, and unfortunately the kids were shunned from society, so they had to make it on their own. They stopped in their tracks. They didn't go home. They developed an orphanage there for them, and that has moved on, and they did it in Vietnam as well. And Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan asked them to tackle the great scar that we have in this country of child abuse. And as I say, since they started that 50 years ago, they've saved 10 million kids.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And, we've had, like you've mentioned, we've had an issue in this country for a long time in the world with child abuse. But the pandemic for the last year and a half has really just shielded the abusers in a lot of ways. And that was something, it became a political talking point last year when they were trying to get kids back into school. But we all know that the teachers are the front lines on identifying this a lot of the times. They're the ones that see the kids every day. And so hopefully, schools are supposed to be starting back up. Hopefully they are able to, and this Delta variant doesn't start shutting things back down, because the kids just can't afford this again.
No, absolutely. We are injuring our children far beyond our belief. We have no way of knowing. They need to be in school. They need to be learning, and they need to be away from dangerous situations. And dangerous situations need to be identified.
Very much so. Now, is everybody able, you said you're going to be emceeing the event. Are people able to view it on childhelp.org, or is there a specific
No, you'll be
place?
going. No, you'll go to the site down there, and you'll be able to see it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mhm. So this event is August 2nd through August 8th. You can go and download the app and get your game on. Start getting your score up and your capabilities there. But you can also go to childhelp.org/ultimate-golf, and there are a couple ways that you can help through sponsorship and donations, and you get to see the VIP list of people who are participating. That's pretty
right.
cool.
The VIP Royale will actually start on the 5th of August. So you're going to have a few days to get your game in gear. And the 5th of August is when the celebs will begin their gameplay.
I just want to see how Alice Cooper does on it.
Alice is one of the sweetest human beings on earth, but I got to tell you, you put a golf club in his hand or talk about golf, he is the most competitive human being you will ever be.
Oh, is that like the road rage of golf?
That is for him. Well, he credits, it's funny that Alice will credit golf, and he plays golf every single day. He said it saved his life from that slow descending spiral of what happens in backstage rock and roll. He said golf saved his life. He said I'd be dead right now.
Wow. And how about you, John? Do you play? Do you plan on participating in this event besides hosting and emceeing?
Not only will I be emceeing, but I will be playing along as well.
Oh, very good.
And I have gotten, and because I'm pretty good with the finger here, and I'm able to slide it up and down.
I'm a couch golfer myself.
There you go. That's all you need to use. No calories burned. Watch this. No calories burned.
And I ain't got to walk. I ain't got to walk between greens. But
and you can drink a beer. And you can drink a beer while you're playing.
Exactly. Well, I think you can do that in real golf too, John. But I have found that I can't play those games on my phone anymore because the eyes just aren't what they used to be. I have to play it on my big tablet, so that I can actually see what I'm doing. But John, what other projects do you have going on? I know, of course, you were filming earlier today. What else is coming down the pipe for John?
I've got a couple things. Broadway's open back up again, so I'll be returning sometime this year. My show Chicago, the musical on Broadway. I've done over 2,000 performances there, and I'll continue that run until they knock me down. But I have. Then I also have my one-man musical that I tour around the country. That is starting to book up again as well. And then I have a couple of movies. I got a movie that has been postponed several years now because of the pandemic that I'm supposed to be shooting in Greece. I have a couple of new TV projects that are on the horizon. So I'm a busy guy. It never stops. And a lot of voice stuff, animation, and I have a lot of products that I am spokesman for. So everything. I'm a busy boy.
Jack of all trades when it comes to the job field there. And Meredith, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to know what have been some of the major challenges working through this past year. Because we've all tried to stay busy as much as possible. Being online has been crucial for a lot of people. But when it comes to filming and things, a lot of times you have to be on set.
It is.
What has that been like?
When you're on Broadway, you have to put butts in the seats.
Yes.
Neither of those two things have been able to go on for the past year and a half. So yes, it's been very difficult. Now, fortunately, I do so much work in recording, voice recording, that I haven't really taken the hit as many of my other friends have, unfortunately. But I'll tell you, great things happen. I discovered online this platform called Cameo.com. Have you heard of it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Well, I've become one of the boy toys over there on Cameo.com. Jay Peterman and his monologues have become a great way to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, or whatever. And I have written a half a dozen more of the J. Peterman monologues, and they're as lunatic as when I did them on Seinfeld, and I customize them for the situation at hand. But I've had more fun with that. And not only birthdays, anniversaries. I mean, it's the strangest thing. I had one guy that I was actually talking through erectile dysfunction, and so you just never know.
Oh my goodness! And are you able to do some of the voice work at home? I know a lot of folks have the.
I am, and thank goodness for the new iPhone 12 because. Which is what I'm speaking on right now. The digital quality is so good that it really replicates a lot of the studio microphones that I use. And so I can do a great deal of my work right from here because it all comes up, of course, digitally, and they can manipulate it as they need to.
Mm-hmm. And we kind of blew past our 15 minutes with you, John. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but we do want to circle back and talk a little bit more about Childhelp.
Mm-hmm.
Childhelp.org. Would you call it an invitational because it's golf?
Absolutely. Let's call it an invitational. We want you.
So make sure that you download the app, head over there, get involved, donate where you can, be a sponsor if you can. We've got all the links in the show description. So wherever it is that you're tuning in from, we've got the link to the event itself, childhelp.org, and some links to you.
Wonderful.
And what you've been doing on your socials and things. But where can people connect with you besides Cameo?
Besides Cameo, well, I don't really keep a website anymore. I just found that it's the Cameo is easier. I have a little bit of a fan club there, and that's easy. That's plenty for me.
I might have to go on there and get something done for my wife. That would trip her out. I think she's tuned in right now. But
a lot of fun.
Meredith, did you have any other questions before I hit him with our final question?
Nope, you go right ahead, Matthew.
Well, John, one thing that we always ask our guests is if you could go back in time and give young John one piece of advice, what would it be?
I grew up with a sense of stage fright, and I would have told myself what I ultimately told myself some years back, and that is that you're here to have fun. You're not there to work. So go out on stage and have fun. And because of that, I have one prayer that I say now. I walk right before I walk on stage or do anything in the public. I bow my head and simply say, God, let me be surprised. And that's all I say. And it calms me down. It opens me up. And I'm always looking for my surprise. And my surprise this time was that question.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Well, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Maybe next time we can get you for a little bit longer, and that way we can dive into the John O'Hurley story and your genesis.
Exactly. And of course, John, anytime that you have something to promote, don't hesitate. We'd love to have you on.
Well, you're very nice. Thank you very much. Love you both. Thanks so much.
We appreciate you so much. Again, everybody, this has been Geek Speak with John O'Hurley. He is doing an event with Childhelp and Ultimate Golf. You have an opportunity to get your fingers busy, get your golf game up, play with some professionals, and have a lot of fun while you're at it. This is Geek Speak. Hey, it's time to geek out. We're out of here, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the button. Subscribe.
Hit it.
All right.
Hit it.
We're done. We're out.
Bye, everyone.
At Geek Insider, we foster relationships with those in the geek sphere so we can give our audience the insider view of entertainment, tech, and more.